Welcome to the second show of the Breezeway, everybody. We are down at Cheers here in Trenton. Every Tuesday, you get a chance, come on down and see us. I'm Steve Francis. This is my co-host for the night, Orpha. Great first show.
It was a great first show. His first time on with us, and he did a first time live on the Breezeway. But yeah, he did a great job.
Yep, and he did do a couple second stages for the Breezeway throughout the summer. Great to see new talent that comes on our stage. Before we get this show started, we'd like to let everybody know that we are on our way. The Breezeway is taking a trip down to New Brunswick, down to Moncton.
Moncton, that's right.
Yeah, we're doing a Johnny Burke. We're going to be streaming live a Johnny Burke tribute. There was one held in Cobourg that we were lucky enough to stream that. We're going to go down and you can purchase a pay-per-view. The link is up on the Breezeway wall. There's a video to coax you, to get you through the video, so you can get on there, $14.99. You can watch what the Breezeway's up to. We'll be doing some live videos along the way, too, on our road trip down there.
No doubt.
Super excited.
Yeah.
We'll get some nice pictures, too, from Orpha.
So, should I introduce Courtney
You
and get her
certainly
going
can.
here?
I know that you've got a lot of notes on Courtney, because we've had her on
because we've had Courtney on the show quite a bit. So, and I know that Courtney is an aspiring young songwriter, singer, musician, and she loves her country music, and I know she just came back from a trip to Nashville. So, anyway, Courtney.
We're going to learn more about that, I'm telling you.
We will. So, you ready to go? Take her away.
Don't blame me. I swear I just came here to unwind and have one drink. The way it looks ain't what you think. This Cabernet has a way of vanishing on me. There's a hole in the bottle, leaking all this wine. It's already empty and it ain't even supper time. Honey, no, I don't miss him. In fact, it slipped my mind. There's a hole in the bottle of wine. I keep my cool, play by all the rules. I swear 10 minutes ago that bottle was full. I won't cry about love gone wrong, 'cause tears would water down this ruby red I'm sipping on. There's a hole in the bottle, leaking all this wine. It's already empty and it ain't even supper time. Honey, no, I don't miss him. In fact, it slipped my mind. There's a hole in the bottle of wine. Oh, yeah. Got a new one, 'cause the other one was broken. Now this one's halfway gone, and it's barely even open. There's a hole in the bottle, leaking all this wine. It's already empty, and it ain't even supper time. Honey, no, I don't miss him. In fact, it slipped my mind. There's a hole in the bottle of wine. You may ask me where it's going, but I can't even find the hole in the bottle of wine. Thank you very much. So hi everybody, I'm Courtney. This is my first time at Cheers, but my second time on the Breezeway Live. And I'm going to keep things going for you with a little Carly Pearce. Hey next girl, you don't know me, I'm just the one he says went crazy on him. That's that's just what he does. But once upon a time I was the next girl. I've been where you're at. You overlook a lot when he looks like that. He'll charm your mama with that smile, hide the red flags for a little while. I bet you probably met him at a bar, let him walk you to your car. I bet he said he never falls his heart. Yeah, I remember that part. He knows how to say all the right things, knows how to get you out of that dress, knows how to make you think you're the best thing. But I know what happens next, girl. Hey, next girl, you think that you know better. Maybe the last girl was just a little bitter and jaded. Yeah, there ain't no doubt that if he ever talks about the ex-girl, she tried like hell, it was too late to save herself. So now she's just trying to help the next girl. And I bet you probably met him at a bar, let him walk you to your car. I bet he said he never falls his heart. Yeah, I remember that part. He knows how to say all the right things, knows how to get you out of that dress, knows how to make you think you're the best thing. But I know what happens next. You're gonna think it's all your fault. It's just a switch that he turns off. He'll make you think it's love, but I promise you it's not. Oh no, it's not. No. Oh, and I bet you probably met him at a bar, let him walk you to your car. I bet he said he never falls his heart. Yeah, I remember that part. He knows how to say all the right things, knows how to get you out of that dress, knows how to make you think you're the best thing. But I know what happens next, girl. Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to do one that probably most of you know, but in a little bit of a different style, if that's okay. When the sun goes down on my side of town, that lonesome feeling comes to my door, and the whole world turns blue. And there's a rundown bar across the railroad track. I got a table for two way in the back, where I sit alone, and I think of losing you. I spend most every night beneath the light of a neon moon. If you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dance in and out of the beams of a neon moon. I think of two young lovers running wild and free. Close my eyes and sometimes see you in the shadow of that smoke-filled room. No telling how many tears I've sat here and cried, or how many lies that I've lied, telling my poor heart he'll come back someday. Oh, but I'll be alright as long as there's light from the neon moon. If you lose your one and And the words to every sad song seem to say what I think. And this pain inside of me, it ain't ever gonna end. Oh, but I'll be alright as long as there's light from the neon moon. If you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dance in and out of the beams of a neon moon. If you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dance in and out of the beams of a neon moon. Oh, if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dance in and out of the beams of a neon moon. Thank you very much. Which one am I going to do next? I'll do a little Terry Clark for you. Don't tell me the reason that you're calling is to see if I'm alright since you've been gone. 'Cause I know you and I know why we're talking. You're wanting me to say I'm barely hanging on. Well, baby, that was true for a night or two, but now I've got better things to do. I could wash my car in the rain, change my new guitar strings, mow the yard just the same as I did yesterday. I don't need to waste my time crying over you. I've got better things to do. Maybe when I don't have so much going, or quite so many irons in the fire, I'll take the time to miss you like you're hoping. But now I can't put forth the effort it requires. Well, I'd love to talk to you, but then I'd miss Donahue. That's right, I've got better things to do. I could wash my car in the rain, change my new guitar strings, mow the yard just the same as I did yesterday. I don't need to waste my time crying over you. I've got better things to do. Check the air in my tires, straighten my stereo wires, count the stars in the sky, and just get on with my life. I don't need to waste my time crying over you. I've got better things to do. I've got better things to do. Yeah.
Courtney Kane, everybody.
Thank you.
Great job, Courtney. Now, the people at home, we've got to know you a little bit. The people at home don't. Where did you first find the inspiration to become a musician and to pick the guitar up and play and sing?
Really, it all started when I was about 8 years old, and my dad gave me Taylor Swift's debut album. And I latched onto her and never let go. And I got my first guitar when I was 12, and I just kind of taught myself how to play since then. So, yeah, and then I started singing publicly about 18-ish, and then started getting serious about it a few years later.
Now, you can be found, some of your music can be found, I take it, on Facebook, or if somebody wants to contact you for some up-and-coming shows. Have you got any up-and-coming stuff going on?
I do. I have 2 more this week. So I'm in Bath on Thursday night, and I'm opening for the Abrams on Saturday in Kingston.
Wow, congratulations.
Good for
That's
you. Good for
awesome.
you.
Now, Orpha, you did a little research on this young lady.
Yeah, she's a very busy girl. Not only does she like to play and sing and does all of her programs, but she also holds down like 2 or 3 jobs.
Yes, I've been job hopping a lot this year. I just started my new position at St. Lawrence College in Kingston as the assistant manager at the bookstore.
I saw that.
So, yeah, and before that I was at the hospital as a screener. Before that I was a pharmacy assistant, so I've been all over the place.
Now, do you still, I know at one point you were teaching piano and voice. Are you still doing that?
I'm not right now. It kind of became a little too much. I didn't really have time to do things like this, so I had to stop that, but I hope to get back into that at some point.
I think we should probably get some more music going, but I'm interested in finding about the Nashville trip.
Me too.
So I'm gonna hit on the Nashville trip the next time around. Everybody at home, put your virtual hands together, hit the like button, hit the share button, show a little love. This is Courtney Kane.
Thank you very much. I'm sending this one out to my sister who's in Alberta right now. So hopefully she's watching. I get up round 8 a.m. I get dressed and I get in a traffic jam, get cut off, and then I get rowdy. I get pumped when it's Friday, 'cause I know what's coming my way. Soon as I get back in the driveway, I get rowdy. Come on! Yeah, we get rowdy like a Texas twister, getting twisted, ripping through a trailer park. Rowdy like Boba, looking like Daisy Duke, dancing on the bar. The redneck thing about me is I'm all hell yeah and howdy. I get rowdy, I get mouthy when I get all my friends around me. You can hear us from across the county. In my crowd we get rowdy. I get up on Sunday morning, singing songs out to the Lord and asking forgiveness for the night before, 'cause I got rowdy. Yeah, I got rowdy like a Texas twister, getting twisted, ripping through a trailer park. Rowdy like Boba, looking like Daisy Duke, dancing on the bar. The redneck thing about me is I'm all hell yeah and howdy. I get rowdy, I get mouthy when I get all my friends around me. You can hear us from across the county. In my crowd we get rowdy. Yeah, I get rowdy, I get mouthy when I get all my friends around me. You can hear us from across the county. In my crowd we yeah, we get rowdy like a Texas twister, getting twisted, ripping through a trailer park. Rowdy like Boba, looking like Daisy Duke, dancing on the bar. The redneck thing about me is I'm all hell yeah and howdy. I get rowdy, I get mouthy when I get all my friends from across the county. In my crowd, we get rowdy. Thank you very much. Since I mentioned Taylor earlier, is it okay if I play a little bit of her for you? We were both young when I first saw you. I close my eyes and the flashback starts. I'm standing there on a balcony in summer air. See the lights, see the party, the ball gowns. See you make your way through the crowd and say hello. Little did I know that you were Romeo, you were throwing pebbles, and my daddy said stay away from Juliet. And I was crying on a staircase, begging you please don't go. And I said, Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting, all there's left to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. So I sneak out to the garden to see you. We keep quiet cause we're dead if they knew. So close your eyes, escape this town for a little while. Oh, oh, cause you were Romeo, I was a scarlet letter. And my daddy said stay away from Juliet, but you were everything to me. I was begging you please don't go. And I said, Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting, all there's left to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. Romeo, save me, they're trying to tell me how to feel. This love is difficult, but it's real. Don't be afraid, we'll pick it out of this mess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. Oh, oh. But I got tired of waiting, wondering if you were ever coming around. My faith in you was fading when I met you on the outskirts of town. And I said, Romeo, save me, I've been feeling so alone. I keep waiting for you, but you never come. Is this in my head? I don't know what to think. He knelt to the ground and pulled out a ring and said, marry me, Juliet, you never have to be alone. I love you and that's all I really know. I talked to your dad, go pick out a white dress. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause we were both young when I first saw you. Thank you so much. Is it okay if I try a new one that I'm working on? Sure. Okay. It's been one of those days, don't want to do twice. No matter what I say, it doesn't come out right. I need one of those nights where you slide me close till we're off the map and you're making me laugh. I don't care if we ever go home, so pick me up, get me lost way out down Little George Strait way on up. Get me out of my head and out of this town, and tell me no matter what, you'll be by my side. Everything gonna be alright. Make the world go black. How you do me like that? When I climb up in your truck, just pick me up. Just pick me up. We could ride on past every one light street, watch a full moon crash on some sunrise weed. You can kiss me fast and drive real slow. That old Chevy may take as long as it takes. You and Jesus will fix my soul. So pick me up, get me lost way out, down a back 2 lane, Little George Strait way on up. Get me out of my head and out of this town, and tell me no matter what, you'll be by my side. Everything gonna be alright. Make the world go black. How you do me like that? When I climb up in your truck, just pick me up. Yeah, just pick me up. Just pick me up, get me lost way out, down a back 2 lane, Little George Strait way on up. Get me out of my head and out of this town, and tell me no matter what, everything gonna be alright. Make the world go black. How you do me like that? When I climb up in your truck, just pick me up. Yeah, just pick me up. Thank you. This is a song I really wish I had written. But actually, Trisha Yearwood played it probably way before I was born. But it won't stop me from playing it now. This is She's in Love with the Boy. Katie's sitting on her old front porch, watching the chickens peck the ground. There ain't a whole lot going on tonight in this one-horse town. Over yonder, coming up the road in a beat-up Chevy truck, her boyfriend Tommy is laying on the horn, splashing through the mud and the muck. Her daddy says he ain't worth a lick. When it comes to brains, he got the short end of the stick. But Katie's young and man, she just don't care. She'd follow Tommy anywhere. She's in love with the boy. She's in love with the boy. She's in love with the boy. And even if they have to run away, she's gonna marry that boy someday. Katie and Tommy at the drive-in movie, parked in the very last row. They're too busy holding on to one another to even care about the show. Later on outside the Tasty Freeze, Tommy slips something on her hand. He says my high school ring will have to do till I can buy a wedding band. Her daddy says he ain't worth a lick. When it comes to brains, he got the short end of the stick. But Katie's young and man, she just don't care. She'd follow Tommy anywhere. She's in love with the boy. She's in love with the boy. She's in love Her daddy's waiting up till 12:30 when they come sneaking up the walk. He says, young lady, get on up to your room while me and Junior have a talk. Mama breaks in and says, don't lose your temper. It wasn't very long ago that you yourself was just a hasty plowboy who didn't have a row to hoe. My daddy said you wasn't worth a lick. When it came to brains, you got the short end of the stick. But he was wrong, and honey, you are too. Katie looks at Tommy like I still look at you. She's in love with the boy. She's in love with the boy. She's in love with the boy. What's meant to be will always find a way. She's in love with the boy. She's in love with the boy. She's in love with the boy. What's meant to be will always find a way. She's gonna marry that boy someday.
Courtney Kane, everybody. Great job.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, let's get right down to some questions about Nashville. You went down to Nashville. Tell us a little bit.
I did. It was a family vacation, really, because my sister shipped off to Alberta in May, and we hadn't seen her since then. So we all met up in Nashville, and I got to play on a few stages, which was amazing. And I kind of just took everything in. I went to the Opry, went to the Hall of Fame, went on Broadway, everywhere.
And what stages did you hit?
I played at Tootsie's and Dierks Bentley's Whiskey Row, and I got to play at the Bluebird Cafe, actually.
Hey, good
Wow,
for you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
That's got to be a highlight.
Yes, it was for sure.
Awesome. So, any more country-loving fans in your family? Is that where that come from?
Yes.
To meet the family in Nashville, I mean, was this a Courtney trip, or was it?
It was kind of both. The Bluebird thing was kind of hoping I would get in, and then I ended up getting in because you have to sign up that morning, and there's only 18 slots. So I had my whole family trying to get online to get me a spot, and I did. So
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
We've had other guests that have played on virtually, and some of the older guests that have played on it years ago. But that's quite a highlight.
yeah, it was amazing. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but it was. I know the history of that place, and that's where Taylor Swift was discovered. So I was feeling all the energy of everybody who came before me in that place.
Now, is that a destination that you'd like to go back to again?
100%, yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you have a story behind your guitar? Now that you've, this is probably not your first guitar.
No, this is my second guitar.
Yeah.
My first guitar was pink and looked like it was plastic, and it was only $150. So, but
it got you started. That's
it
all
did.
that.
Yeah.
I tell you, mine was I bought it secondhand. It was $50. You couldn't keep it in tune, and I played the hell out of it. So I get but that is a sweet sounding guitar.
It is. It's a Martin. So it's Martin and Taylor for me, but I can't afford a Taylor yet.
Very good choice in guitars. So you've got a couple. Do you want to say those couple gigs again? And you can find Courtney on Facebook. Check her out on the social media. You've got a couple coming up this week.
Yep, I'm going to be at the Wellborn Commons in Bath, Ontario on Thursday from 7 to 9. And I will be opening for the Abrams, who are also from my hometown, and they actually went to my high school, which is crazy. But I'll be opening for them on Saturday in Kingston at Robinson Oktoberfest, and I'll be on at 3.
Congratulations.
Thank
Super.
you very much.
Hit the like button, everybody. Hit the share button. Show a little love. We have got Courtney Kane in the house.
Well, since we were talking about the Bluebird, I might as well play a song that's called Bluebird. turner. I turn pages all the time. Don't like where I'm at. 34 was bad, so I just turned 35. Yeah, I'm a keeper. I keep digging down for the deep. Like the records I'm playing, they might keep me waiting, but you know I'm only playing for keeps. And if the house just keeps on winning, I got a wild card up my sleeve. And if love keeps giving me lemons, I'll just mix them in my drink. And if the whole wide world stops singing and all the stars go dark, I'll turn the light on in my soul and keep the bluebird in my heart. Ooh. Well, I'm a giver, yeah, and I'm still giving them hell. Forgiving's pretty hard, so I made an art out of forgetting them well. Yeah, I'm a rhymer. I can turn 20 cents into a 10. And if I get confused and I start to lose, I'll rhyme a dime till it all makes sense. And if the house just keeps on winning, I got a wild card up my sleeve. And if love keeps giving me lemons, I'll just mix them in my drink. And if the whole wide world stops singing and all the stars go dark, I'll keep the light on in my soul and keep the bluebird in my heart. Ooh. Just keeps on winning. I've got a wild card up my sleeve. And if love starts giving me lemons, I'll just mix them in my drink. And if the whole wide world stops singing and all the stars go dark, I'll keep the light on in my soul and keep the bluebird in my heart. I'll keep the light on in my soul and keep the bluebird in my heart. Keep the bluebird in my heart. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you so much. And since the Bluebird Cafe is all original music, it's more of a writer's spot, I'm going to play you guys a song that I wrote, if that's okay. All the girls that were there were singing songs like, oh, he broke my heart and he left me and blah, 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 and I was like, I'm not going to do that. I want to do something different, so I sang a funny song. So it's called Pickup Lines. I hope you like it. Hey girl, how you doing? Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Do you have a name or can I just call you mine? Are you from Tennessee? 'Cause you're the only 10 I see. What you say we get out of here, Cinderella, for the clock strikes midnight? Girl, does it sound familiar? I know you've heard it all before. You're quick to draw as we walk right through that barroom door. So boys, bring on your pickup lines. I know by now you ain't worth my time. Sitting here listening and sipping my drink. You think you're fishing but your boat's gonna sink. Boy, that ain't gonna work on me. I need a man with some dignity. You might be looking but I ain't buying. Thanks for the drink, but keep on trying. It's the same old thing now. Nobody really tries. Day in and day out, it's just swipe left and swipe right. And yeah, boy, where it starts. Trying to make me think you're stealing my heart. Well, boy, get over yourself. I know this game just a little too well, so bring on your pickup lines. I know by now you ain't worth my time. Sitting here listening and sipping my drink. You think you're fishing, but your boat's gonna sink. Boy, that ain't gonna work on me. I need a man with some dignity. You might be looking, but I ain't buying. Thanks for the drink, but keep on trying. Boys, bring on your pickup lines. I know by now you ain't worth my time. Sitting here listening and sipping my drink. Well, keep on wishing, cause your penny's gonna sink. Boy, that ain't gonna work on me. Where are all the men with dignity? You might be looking, but I ain't buying. You or anyone, you're stupid, cheesy. Probably got it from a Hugh Grant movie. Pickup lines. Oh no, you ain't taking me home. Thank you so much. Now, as some of you may or may not have heard this year, I was actually at the I was going to go to the Opry that night when we lost the amazing Queen of Country, Miss Loretta Lynn. And everybody at the Opry was telling stories about her. And Jeannie Seeley was there. And she played this song, and I am going to give it a try. So if you know it, please help me out. You've come to tell me something. You say I ought to know that he don't love me anymore, and now it's time to let him go. You say you're gonna take him, oh, but I don't think you can, 'cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. Women like you, they're a dime a dozen. You can buy 'em anywhere. For you to get to him, I'd have to move over, and I'm gonna stand right here. It'll be over my dead body, so get out while you can, 'cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. Sometimes a man's caught looking at things that he don't need. He took a second look at you, but he's in love with me. Well, I don't know where that leaves you, oh, but I know where I stand. And you ain't woman enough to take my man. Women like you, they're a dime a dozen. You can buy 'em anywhere. For you to get to him, I'd have to move over, and I'm gonna stand right here. It'll be over my dead body, so get out while you can, 'cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. No, you ain't woman enough to take my man. Started out rocky, but we got there. And just keeping with the Nashville theme for this segment, this is a song that Carly Pierce wrote for Loretta, and Loretta actually saw it and sent her a voicemail and everything, and you can see that on YouTube. But this is the song that she wrote for her, and it's called Dear Miss Loretta. Dear Miss Loretta, I ain't ever met you, but I'm lonely tonight, and I just bet you wisdom to pull off that shelf. Your songs were all fun till I lived them myself. I ain't a coal miner's daughter, but my grandmother was. Must be whiskey in the water, must be bourbon in the blood. I'm a long way from Kentucky, but the hurting's the same. Now I know why you sang that way. Oh, what ended up tough, I started out broken. What ended up lost, I started out hoping. A lifetime of pain was 3 minutes long, and you weren't ashamed when the world sang along. I ain't a coal miner's daughter, but my grandmother was. Must be whiskey in the water, must be bourbon in the blood. I'm a long way from Kentucky, but the hurting's the same. Now I know why you sang that way. Dear Miss Loretta, we both grew up too fast, and I wish you could tell me how you made it last. I ain't a coal miner's daughter, but I've sung it all my life. I ain't been a widow, but I've been an ex-wife, and I hear your truth, and I feel your pain. Now I know why you sang that way. Now I know why you sang that way.
Wow,
Courtney
that's
King.
great.
I have heard that song before. That's going to go on the playlist.
Yeah.
You did a great job on that.
It actually
Like
has
that.
Patty Loveless on it as well, so it's very, very good.
Great job.
Thank
Once
you.
again, everybody, check Courtney out on all the social media platforms there. You'll find some great videos on there. Probably some from the Breezeway second stage as well. She did a great job this
Oh,
summer.
yeah, she did. She jumped in and helped us out a couple of times.
Yes, it was fantastic too. I remember the Saturday night. Yeah.
Yeah, twice in one day, that's right.
We should go over the sponsors.
Okay,
Orpha,
all righty.
I'll let you get things started.
Oh, I better put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing here.
All right.
I can see for miles, but I can't see anything up close. Mill Pond Music and Entertainment. I'll start with them.
All right. HSDS, Haywork Secure Driving Service. If you need that package to get there on time and safe, that's the company to use.
I'll do Northumberland Tire Craft.
All right. Share Tune Sounds and Lighting, Mr. Tim Peters.
Cathroy Stables with our ladies in the house tonight.
All right. And Northumberland Tire Craft from Port Hope, keeping the wheels on.
I did that.
You did one? Oh, well, then it's our Brooking
Yeah.
Tree Service.
Yes, and then Port Hope Denture
Port Hope
Clinic.
Denture Clinic,
Right,
too.
I think we got
Keeping
them
Fred
all.
smiling.
That's right.
All right, we're going to let you guys know that we are heading to New Brunswick.
Tomorrow night.
Yes, we're going to take the Red Eye overnight drive.
Oh,
Are you ready?
I'm about as ready as I'm going to be.
It's going to be exciting. We'll keep you posted, everybody, on our trip down there. There's a pay-per-view event happening. It's a Johnny Burke tribute. We just did one in Coburg, packed house,
Oh.
hoping to pack the house down in New Brunswick. But you can watch us live. There's a link on the Breezeway. Go click on it. $14.99, and you'll have access to the pay-per-view and the live streaming access. from Moncton, New Brunswick.
Moncton, New Brunswick, that's right.
We're going on tour, Orpha.
We are my first away job.
We'll have super fun. Courtney, it looks like we've got time for a couple more. If you could give us a couple more.
I definitely can.
All right, everybody,
Okay.
put your virtual hands together, and let's raise the roof here at Cheers in Trenton. And come on down every Tuesday night and visit the Breezeway. This is Courtney Kane.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. You could have your choice of men, but I can never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him even though you can. Jolene, Jolene. Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to pick things up for these last few, if that's all right. Well, I ain't never been Barbie doll type. No, I can't swig that sweet champagne. I'd rather drink beer all night in a tavern, or in a honky-tonk, or on a four-wheel drop tailgate. I've got posters on my wall of Skinner, Kid and Straight. Some people look down on me, but I don't give a rip. I'll stand barefooted in my own front yard with a baby on my hip, 'cause I'm a redneck woman and I ain't no high-class broad. I'm just a product of a raise, and I say hey y'all and yee-haw, and I keep my Christmas lights on my front porch all year long. And I know all the words to every Charlie Daniels song. So here's to all my sisters out there keeping it country. Let me get a big hell yeah from the redneck girls like me. Hell yeah! Victoria's Secret, well, their stuff's real nice. Oh, but I can buy the same damn thing on a Walmart shelf half price and still look sexy, just as sexy as those models on TV. to make my man want me. You might think I'm trashy, a little too hardcore, but in my neck of the woods, I'm just a girl next door. Hey, I'm a redneck woman, I ain't no high-class broad. I'm just a product of a raising. I say, hey, y'all, and yee-haw, and I keep my Christmas lights on my front porch all year long. And I know all the words to every Tanya Tucker song. So here's to all my sisters out there keeping it country. Let me get a big hell yeah from the redneck girls like me. Hell yeah! I'm a redneck woman, I ain't no high-class broad. I'm just a product of my raising. I say, hey, y'all, and yee-haw, and I keep my Christmas lights on my front porch all year long. And I know all the words to every old Bossy Fist song. So here's to all my sisters out there keeping it country. Let me get a big hell yeah from the redneck girls like me. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I said hell yeah.
Courtney Kane, everybody. Great
Woohoo!
job.
I must say, Courtney, when we first saw you a year or so back, you were very shy on stage, but you've gotten over that very nicely.
Thank you.
That
It's
was
always
quite-
a work in progress.
Yeah.
That's quite a compliment, Orpha, and it's good that you notice it.
I think she has.
That's
I mean,
great.
yeah, I think it's great.
That's great. Now, do you have our next week's
Yes.
guest?
Next week, we're going to have Joe Tucker on at 6:45, and at 8 o'clock, we'll have the very popular duo of Austin Young, which is Dean Austin and Kevin Young, and you're going to love them.
Multiple award winner.
Oh, yeah, multiple award winners, yes.
Those guys, great bunch of guys. I got to jam with them on the weekend out at a private party
yes.
with Ramblin' Fever.
I did see a little video of that.
You can't help with young Brad there on the guitar and
Yeah.
and Dean doing harmonies and great drumming. It was fantastic for me. So hope everybody tunes in next week. Hit the like button, hit the share button, everybody. Courtney, you did a great job.
Thank
Thanks
you
so
for
much
having
for
me
yeah,
again.
Thank
really
you.
good.
Once again, I would like to do a big shout out to the Cheers for having us down here. This is a fantastic spot. Encourage everybody to come on down, watch some live entertainment on Tuesday nights. And I would like to thank
Get some great food, too.
awesome food.
Yeah.
This is like 2 weeks in a row, like
Oh, it's starting to show. Uh-oh.
not yet.
Uh-oh.
I got a couple more weeks for that. Yeah. So once again, a big thank you to the Breezeway team behind the scenes. It's nonstop. I wish I could explain and hit everybody's name and everything, but thank you very much, team. You taken this over the top. Thank you very much, Fred. That boy, Freddie. That boy. We are the Breezeway.
Thank you.